I'm the Gangsta Robo Pharaoh, y'all. I communicate and computate, I do it all. I can fax the facts and send the mail. I manufacture the parts that never fail. I come from a time of future and past, showing you mummy toys built to last. So take a gander, all of y'all. Some are big, others small. Mummies Alive, Monster High, and Power Rangers kids. Even Legos and authentic pieces of the pyramids. So off to Egypt in my crypt, Gangster Robo Pharaoh, hieroglyphic script.
Buddy, this is Gangster Robo Pharaoh, and today I am sharing with you toys that are based on ancient Egypt. So, the toys that inspired me to do this show today are from a TV show, a cartoon from 1997 called Monsters Alive. Sometimes my grill gets in my way. So, Monsters Alive was about a young boy who was a descendant of a pharaoh, Rapses, and the spirit of this pharaoh went into the boy, and the antagonist, the bad guy, Scarab, was after his powers, and he had some mummy defenders to protect him, and Scarab had some henchmen, this fella here, and among others. But the toys were not all easily available, but these were the ones that were uh, probably the most common ones to get. They're actually not that inexpensive to get now, so I guess they didn't make that many of them. But I will introduce you to them. The first character is Scarab here, and this is Scarab wearing his armor, which comes off. So, you take off his helmet and his hand, and then like the legs come off, and then the Scarab shell, not easily, but that also comes off. So he is, of course, the top antagonist, bothering the little boy. I never got the Rapses character. He was not easy to find at all. There was also a female named Nefertina, and I could never find her. In fact, I didn't even know they made her till I looked it up. They did, but hardly anybody has it, and I can't order it anywhere. This is one of his henchmen, Shabti, and Shabti's kind of a cool character, I think. He's got a little missile launcher that he holds. There's no spring. You just push the back, and it's supposed to fly out there. Yeah, it flies out. He doesn't stand very well, though, so I'm using this stand to help him stay up. And his protectors are the hunter, Jackal, and he can fly. These wings have a little gear in them when you put it together, so when you move one, the other one moves. His helmet comes off, and his hands, so he has mummy wrappings under that. Well, okay. So I think I could show you actually the little gear. So when you set it together, see it has little gears in there. You set that in there, and then that works the other one. It's kind of a simple, clever thing. This is the wizard, Wrath. All right, his helmet comes off as well. The snake is supposed to go to Scarab, but he never can hold on to it. It's very difficult for him to hold on to it. His hand wasn't molded well to hold that, so he loses it. He doesn't get to keep it. So the wizard gets to keep it. And this is their strong guy, Armand. All right. They always have to have like a big strong guy, like that. Okay. And that is it, what I have for the cartoon. But moving on, another cartoon that also has Egyptian-based toys is Monster High. And I have 4 Monster High characters that are Cleo de Nile. And she's 5,842 years old, according to the lore. This Cleo de Nile is playing a guitar. And you could see the mummy wrapping on her leg, actually. So, and then this Cleo de Nile, I got a couple years ago. They stopped making them several years ago, like 6, 7 years ago. But I found this at Ross, still in the box, for $6. So I'm like, you know what? I'll get that and just leave it in the box. I have enough of them to set up and, on the shelf, so I'll just leave that one in the box. And then this is Sleepy Time Cleo de Nile, wearing her pajamas. The little slippers have faces on them. So she always has that, like, teardrop there. And this is, like, so she can cover her eyes, but it is, like, stapled into her head with some nylon, so you'd have to break that in order to pull that down. Which you can. It's made to be broken and has a strap around it, but I just leave it. And then we have Electrified Cleo de Nile. So they came out with all the main characters electrified, so they have like fluorescent colors. If you'll notice, they have very elaborate shoes. All the Monster High do. The variety of shoes is, to me, amazing how many clever ideas and designs they come up with shoes. Although, ladies, I guess watching would know that there's probably an endless amount of designs you can make with shoes. So, all right. Oh, and you have like a little purse that's a pyramid, so that's kind of cute. And the antagonist, they actually have one. This is Nefrina de Nile. No, Nefera, like nefarious de Nile. This is Cleo's older sister. Oh. And she's, more dressed up more sophisticatedly, right? Fancy. But, I don't know. I didn't know that there were antagonists and protagonists on Monster High. So, to me, they all get along. And everything's falling over. That's okay. This guy here, this is from another, not animated show, but this is from Power Rangers. And this is, what's his name here? Goldar. He is like a griffin, which is part eagle and part lion. And he is one of those high articulation action figures. It's about $20. He has the double jointed elbows and knees. You can turn it in lots of different directions. So, as I've said, I never watch Power Rangers, but when they make a cool toy and it doesn't cost too much, I'm happy to get it. And I think he makes a nice addition on the shelf. If we can get him to stand. All right. And then this guy here is King Sphinx. This was like $30 or $40. I think 30. But I ended up getting him for under 20. Not a lot of people bought this. It's kind of a cool character. He has wings. He's like a sphinx. Like the great Sphinx of Egypt. He throws at the Power Rangers trying to stop them. He's an antagonist. He throws at them fiery question marks. You see, it's shaped like a question mark. His scepter. And he is very highly articulated. His feet roll out. He's got the double knees, the double elbows. He's got the wings that move in different directions. He's got his chest can move all around for twisting. And his head comes off way too easily. That's the only drawback. Now this Lego set that I got here, this was given to me by, well, actually it was given to me by somebody I did some work for. And they had a bunch of leftover Lego sets that their kids didn't play with anymore. And she asked me if I wanted it, and I said, yeah. It did not come together. It came with a whole bunch of other Legos in a big pile. And I had to sort out the pieces looking online at pictures. I had no instructions. And I managed to use whatever pieces I could find, which was most of them, and put this back together. This set to get now is almost $500. At the time, I believe it was about 80 to 100. It has a crypt over here. There's a big scorpion on it. As you can see, I'm riding the scorpion. This is the Sphinx Pharaoh pyramid set. It has one cool feature here. If you look in the back, you see the doors. They have a gear, and it has a knob. You turn it, and the doors open and close. You have a trap door up here. You pull that out. The trap door can trap your enemies. But you see, this is, you turn this here, and that's how the door opens and closes. You have a pit over here, like a scorpion pit, and you have a snake pit right over there. You don't want to get stuck in there. So that's pretty much it is a mostly intact pyramid set. I'm happy to have that. It just kind of looks cool, and I just, set it up and put it on the shelf. And then these here are not toys, but my wife was in Egypt a long time ago, and she said an old man was selling old pyramid pieces. He said they were originally from the Great Pyramids, but they're not. He was just selling them that way. And, we've kept these for many years. She gave them to me as a gift. And lastly, I'll tell you about my outfit. So, this is a foam hat that I got at a secondhand store. I painted it with gold spray paint. Came out really well. It was just foam, like a dark gray foam. And then these here are radio-controlled car parts. These are the internal workings, the electronics, what would be called the speed control, and this is and steering control. This is the servo, the motor that turns the wheels left and right. This would go to the motor of the car. And this would go to the battery. The black and red leads would attach that to the battery, and there's your switch. Probably still works. I have a lot of electronics that I just took out of cars, and I updated the electronics. These are also internal electronics for RC cars. They probably don't work. I think this one does, though. I was actually using it I took apart a tank, and I was using it for something else. And these are wheel covers that I painted gold, and most proud of my grill. So I actually used a grill to an RC car to make my grill, and I glued it to a mask so that loops around my ears. And I painted my glasses gold today for the show. So all goes together. So anyway, I had a lot of fun putting this together. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. And this is Gangsta Robo Pharaoh. Checking out.